So the coupe, it's basically a way for German brands, and I guess in this case a Japanese brand, to take an existing SUV, cut off some of the headroom of it, and then sell it to you for like a $10,000 upcharge. And Infiniti has decided to jump in this market and reveal the new QX55. And this one is a doozy. So, to be honest, I like the design. It kind of reminds me of some of the old FX vehicles that we used to see in the early late 2000s. We do have a big grill on it. It's quite a big grill. We got some nice daytime running lights, a nice grill. I like the body lines of the coupe model. I don't really like some of the Mercedes and BMW coupes, and this looks a lot better than those in my opinion. At least in terms of the silhouette. Overall, it's a decent looking sports coupe. They combined some of the models of the old FXs. They took the already good QX50 and made it look a little bit better. It's a solid exterior design in my opinion. But when we get into the interior, that's where Infiniti clearly gave no FX about this car. So, looking at the dash, we got like the same infotainment screen that was in a 2013 car. It looks terrible. It looks outdated. At least they added Android Auto and Apple CarPlay to it. But the thing is it's just so old. Like Honda had the same dual screen setup in their cars. I remember reviewers bashed them for that, and they replaced it. Infiniti has the two screen setup. Reviewers bashed it, and they still have the same setup. I don't know. It's not good. I do like the color palette that we see in this specific interior. The red and black, does look nice. We do have some metal speaker grill covers. They look pretty decent on it. But overall, the lines of the dashboard and the way the interior is sculpted still represents a car that's in 2014 and it's no bueno. It's not going to sell. So one of the things this interior does well is the cargo capacity. It does get 26.9 cubic feet of cargo space. It's still 5 cubic feet less than the Infiniti counterpart according to Motor Trend. So it's not truly terrible. You don't have to sacrifice that much with this car. But the performance, that's another major downfall of this vehicle. So you get Infiniti's variable compression turbo, 2.0 liter turbocharged engine, is going to make 268 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. Well, you ask, well, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. But it is, because it's connected to a CVT. Yes. Infiniti's supposedly building a sports SUV, and they're pairing it with a CVT that, I mean, that's something for a Sentra, you know, a Nissan Altima, a Sentra, something that's a commuter car, a Rogue, that you can put a CVT in that. But when you're trying to build a $50,000 luxury car that's supposed to be branded as a sports vehicle, you can't put a CVT in it. CVT and luxury and sports, they just do not go together. And the thing about it is that CVT is supposed to be for efficiency, right? Well, this only gets 23 in the city and 29 highway. The other competitors get similar EPA ratings, so you're not really going to be saving a lot of fuel with this vehicle as well. At least with this price hike, you're going to get all-wheel drive standard on it. So that's pretty good. It's going to be in 3 different trims: Pure, Luxe, and Sensory. And let's get into the price of this thing. Alright, so the prices of this thing. It starts at $47,000. The Essential, the mid-tier trim, will be $52,000, and the Sensory trim will be $58,000. Yeah, so if you're spending $60,000 on this car, you need to be checked into a mental hospital, because so the price of this car puts it out of, like, there's no reason to get this over the competition. The competition will have better powertrains, more sporty driving dynamics. It at least won't have a CVT. You'll have standard. You'll probably have a better infotainment system, a better looking interior. Even if we're going full tier, with like the $60,000 models, even though that these start around $51,000 to $52,000, and you can still get a decent build of these vehicles with a few $1,000s if you spec out your options correctly. So yeah, this is dead on arrival. Nobody will probably buy this vehicle. And if they are interested in this vehicle, they'll probably look at their German competitors. And if they don't want something German, they might look at something like a GV70 instead of this Infiniti. And I think this vehicle just shows the current state where Infiniti is at. Nissan has been doing better with their vehicles. So the new Pathfinder, the new Frontera, they do look like better vehicles. But the Infiniti side still needs a lot of work. They have been talking about the Nissan Plus. Nissan Plus. But in all, this vehicle is a disappointment. And it shows the state that Infiniti is at, where they're selling subpar cars, subpar technology, subpar outdated exterior and exterior. There's no reason to get this over a GLC or a X4. And considering Infiniti struggles to sell 20,000 QX50s per year, no one's going to buy a more expensive version of this car. It just doesn't make sense. Hopefully, Infiniti cleans up their act with a new QX60. That's supposed to be coming out at some point. It's supposed to be revealed at some point. But this vehicle is not going to be doing them any favors and just continues to tarnish their brand where they're releasing stuff like this in 2021. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like. If you have a reason, if you agree or disagree with what I say, please leave a comment down below and let me know. I'll be reading and responding. We can have a discussion there. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Peace.